Hello, welcome. This is Zeplon. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired, and I don't know why, but my speech has suddenly stopped. I typically talk very fast, and I can no longer do that. That makes me quite sad, but I'm gonna do a little replay here. I haven't tried doing any recorded videos much, except for the live recorded videos, and just speaking those over. So this is a match done by myself and Darkskeleton. I am playing Protoss in the very cool looking green, and Dark will be playing Zerg in the very manly pink. Light pink, sorry. Correction, light pink. Blizzard makes a very exact term on that. It is light pink. It is not just pink, it is light pink. So I'm going to try and look at the strategies Dark does instead of my own strategies because, frankly, I already know what I do, and I think I could probably think of exactly what happens a little bit faster. And he's a much better player than I am. So, yeah, let's watch what Dark does. He went for a little bit of cheese in this match, and it shouldn't be too bad. Or it's still interesting to watch. So, should be fun. I also was experiencing a bit of lag during this match, so my apologies if my reaction times seem a bit slow. When I was playing this, I was attempting to download Left 4 Dead 2 again, and yeah, that didn't work out how I wanted it to. But, alright, whatever, it's okay. I don't mind. These things happen. I may have to split this up into two videos. The match does last 15 minutes, and I'm not certain if I'm going to be able to post this on Ustream or if I'm going to be able to post this on YouTube. If I do post this on Ustream, if I do post this on Ustream, please look at my YouTube channel. I should be posting some Starcraft II matches up there. This will be the first. If it is, my YouTube channel is Mr. Zeplon. Before I continue, sorry, I'd like to point out what Dark has done here. He sent in the early drone to scout, and he went through my mineral line, and I really should have killed him when I had the chance. But more importantly, he's going for this expansion here in my natural, and I haven't scouted that out. You can see here, I don't see anything going on here. And I'll actually do something fairly stupid. You can see this gateway here. I put my zealots to go on this ramp here. You're supposed to put them to go on the outward ramp so that you can make an attack and so that you can chokehold any units that try to come through. They're very much useful there, or they're not so useful inside of the base, or they're not as useful where units have room to move. However, I did something stupid. I put them on my natural expansion ramp instead of my leaving ramp. This won me the game, fortunately, however, because I was able to see this expansion coming out here, which is good for me. Very, very good for me. Dark sends this Overlord coming in, and that's just for scouting purposes, I presume. As you can see, he's got the spawning pool. He puts his spawning pool in the back of the base, which is the smart way to play. Because then if I were to send in scouts to go find it, I wouldn't see the spawning pool, or at least not immediately. Real quick, going back to what I was saying earlier, if this is on my Ustream, I do ask that you check out my YouTube channel. It is Mr. Zeplon. Zeplon is my old YouTube channel, and I've forgotten the password to it. So, Mr. Zeplon it will be. This will probably be my first upload there. But I should have some other ones quite soon. If you are watching this on YouTube, please check out my Ustream. I do live Starcraft II matches. It is on ustream.tv. The exact URL is a bit long. I'll probably post it in the description if I can. But better yet, just go on Ustream and look up. By the time you read this, I'll still be in bronze, because that's pretty much a true statement. And that is the title of my current stream. Now, I got lucky again because one of my units got tagged by the spine crawler, and I probably wouldn't have even noticed this expansion had it not been. But because it was, I was able to go in a little bit quickly, kill off the spine crawler. I'm amazed that so few zealots actually were able to pull that off. And then I'm going to hopefully start taking out these spine crawlers soon. As mentioned, I was trying to download Left 4 Dead while I was playing this game at the same time, so I experienced a lot of lag, so my reaction times are a bit slow, where normally I would have been able to just go immediately onto the second spine crawler that was boosting up here, or not boosting up, a bit being generated. So I managed to take out these spine crawlers really quickly. And a little bit of miss micro on Dark's end allows me to get to that queen because he focused his Zerglings to attack first, and he didn't continue to micro his queen instead of just letting the Zerglings auto attack because they would have been able to catch up on their own. So I was able to kill off the queen pretty quickly, and then the Zerglings already attacking got killed very quickly because they're Zerglings. He does do something smart right here though, sending them into my probe line, or that may have just been an accidental move, I'm not certain. I say it's smart, I think it was more of luck. I didn't notice that he was attacking my probes until he had already eliminated 2 or 3 of them. So I should have sent over these zealots to go attack, and I didn't. How foolish. But I do send in my probes to go and attack. Yeah. That's effective use of probes. And then I accidentally sent them to attack my Nexus. Why did I do that? Misclick. Misclick, misclick, misclick. I do that a lot. There we are. Sorry, I was trying to set up my screen to be blank. I don't like it having units on it. So he goes a bit for some cash play, but he hasn't really built many units, where I've built quite a few, and I think that was the downfall of him. Is again, my macro game might be slightly better. I 4-gated here. 4-gating's not really like some pro excellent strategy. It's just something commonly used because 4 gateways are quite hard to counter, and you can typically do that off of just one base, so it's nice. He did do one smart move here, and that was dumping a bunch of creep all over the back of my mineral line, and I thought he was just doing it to dick with me, but as it turns out, there is an actual strategy for it, and I don't know when I pick up on that, but there's this Nidus network here that I did not notice. And he doesn't really have any Zerglings. He's not building any, so units. On the units tab, I have 18 zealots, and he has 1 queen and 2 Zerglings. So frankly, if I had just sent in 21 zealots now, I would have easily won that. And it's a tragedy I didn't. Under units lost tab, I've lost fairly less units and fairly less resources. Although I'm losing quite a few units here just taking out these spine crawlers, but really nowhere near as enough for it to be of any major tragedy. I got this round on that queen. I was really lucky with that. And then I get to go kill these drones. Now he sends these drones to this Nidus canal, and he comes over and reply attacks me back. Now it's just drones, so I'm not tremendously worried. He did send a few Zerglings. That was painful. That Nidus worm popped up there. I was telling you about his creep strategy. He used Nidus canal in order to get the worm through. So I was slightly worried, and he started attacking my base, but nothing too big. I managed to take out the majority of these Zerglings here. He wasn't microing them very well, so he still has the Zerglings attacking the Nexus, so I get to kill off the Zerglings very quickly, then the drones shortly thereafter, and in the meantime I'm completely ruining his base over here. I didn't know he had an expansion, however. Not that I'm too worried about it. He has fairly little at this point in the game. There's a little bit of micro movement. I really didn't do anything, I don't think, with that zealot, although it did manage to get a few kills before the game was over. And then I've got all of these zealots over here. Let's look at the unit tab. I've got 23 zealots. The only problem is I have 10 minerals and no probes. That was painful, so I had to beat the entire rest of the campaign on 23 zealots. However, that's not fairly hard to do when all he had left was an expansion, but I didn't know he had an expansion, I didn't know much at all. I thought perhaps he had expanded elsewhere, so I sent some units out on a couple wild goose chases to go find out where he is. I hit up his natural expansion, fortunately fairly soon. I completely forgot I had zealots over here, and so I actually could have won slightly earlier, but whatever, this isn't that big a deal. So I've got these zealots, I send those in, I ignore. No, I said, that's right, I think I sent them out to, let me see, oh, I don't know how to check the orders on them. Let's just look at the APM spam. As it turns out, I'm a fairly casual player. Current APM, 0. Yeah. 32 actions per minute. I don't take an action except for once every other second. It's just click, click. Sorry. It's probably quite boring. So I have an advantage here, and I really should have sent these in while I was chasing after those probes. But whatever. I think we all know how this game ends. But I did win. I was very fortunate. He did send a couple of Zerglings after me. Very frightening. I'm sure 2 Zerglings would normally take out a group of 5 Zealots. Fortunately, my micro is obviously amazing. And then he sends 2 drones after me. It's a miracle I survived that. But I did send in another 2 Zealots, and that almost evened the playing field. Then I sent in 18, even though he sent in more drones, and I think that was about an even fight. Again, I have a really good micro. But yeah, that killed off his last building. There was no GG. Again, we were playing on a call at the same time, so I was able to hear him. So he said GG there, so you don't have to worry about bad form. Nonetheless, it was a good game. It literally was a good game. I enjoyed that match. I was surprised. It wasn't a base race per se. I just got really lucky early on finding that expansion here. So yeah, I think I'll cut this off here. Thank you for watching. Look forward to more videos in the future. Thanks. Bye bye.